Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives? Hello! How's it going? Welcome back to another episode of So Are the Days of Our Lives? I'm your host, Olivia Willis, and I'm thrilled to be joined again by the one and only JuCoby Johnson. JuCoby, hello.
Oh, hello. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good.
We're once again just sitting in our apartment.
Hanging out.
Talking into microphones like it's super casual.
Hell yeah.
We do it all the time now.
With mics? Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
it's how we communicate.
Yeah.
Into the computer.
We pass the microphone when you get to talk about your feelings.
Exactly. Thank you so much for coming back to talk about another episode of Days of Our Lives. I immediately lied to you last week when I told you that Ava and Harris
Yeah, they weren't there at all.
would be back. They were
weren't
not in
there
this
for a
episode at
second.
all. I'm so sorry. I was getting my episodes mixed up. If people are listening to really any episodes of the podcast, you will see that I'm recapping episodes that aired last fall. So like September of 2023.
Yeah.
That's because I'm way behind. I think I've only ever been caught up once in my entire watching of Days of Our Lives.
I mean, what you were saying is like 250 episodes a season or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
I mean, I couldn't.
It's so much.
But I mean, it's like watching, it's similar to watching like anime, you know? People are watching One Piece and Kid Fury just got to episode 400 of One Piece.
Oh my
And he
gosh.
still has so much more to go.
That's so crazy. Yeah. I'm fighting my way back up the hill. I'm trying to get re-caught up because I'm also seeing Peacock is running ads of like what's currently happening on Days of Our Lives.
Oh, they're spoiling it for
and
you.
it's juicy and I need to know.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we shouldn't say it, but I did see...
Pauline, I'm going to
sure.
spoil it.
Sure.
Paulina is radioactive.
Yes, that's what it was. Jackie Harry is radioactive.
Literally, what has happened to her? How did she fall into a vat of...
Yeah, she's Harley Quinn now. She fell into a vat of the Joker's liquid, and
So...
I don't know if that's what she fell into in the comic, but...
So listeners, you got to stick with us because I'm just going to keep on trucking and eventually we're going to catch up and we're going to get to the episodes that aired mid-April 2024 and we're going to find out what made Paulina Price radioactive.
Yeah, 3 years from now, we'll know why Jackie Harry is radioactive.
I don't need to ask our intro questions again because you answered them so swimmingly.
I've been introduced to the people.
You have been, yes. So I'll just go ahead and say we're both, comfort beverage of choice this early evening that we are recording is a little orange wine.
Very good.
The orange wine that we had at our wedding. Shout out to Addie Phelps who helped pick out this wine for our wedding. Clink. That was good ASMR, I feel like.
Tasty.
Tart and delicious. Okay, before we dive into this episode, the thing I forgot to talk about at the beginning of last episode was just reminder, the little game I'm playing on all the episodes. Days of Our Lives famously does not title their episodes. It was only titled with the date and the season and episode number. So the game that we're playing throughout the recap is find the episode title.
Oh, actually, I had forgotten that. And so actually, our last episode title, I Dream of Miss Teeth, is a perfect episode title.
Yeah,
I thought it was about me dreaming of Miss Teeth. But no, it was about what was her name?
It was about old Susan Banks. Yeah, classic. I will probably cut this out, but I was watching an episode the other day with Susan in it, and there was like a real close up of the teeth, and it was just like, those are gruesome.
Yeah, man. I mean, at the end of the day, they're not her teeth.
Of course.
You know what I mean? They're fake teeth, but fake teeth is crazy.
And they're meant to look like fake teeth, but they're disturbing.
Yeah, they're a lot. They're intense.
Oof.
They're like the kind of fake teeth we'd wear on Halloween.
Exactly.
When I was a kid, yeah.
Exactly. Alrighty, so today we are recapping Days of Our Lives, Season 59, Episode 16 that aired on Monday, September 18th, 2023. JuCoby, are you ready?
I'm as ready as I'm ever going to be, yeah.
Incredible. Let's dive into it. Okay, so most of the characters that we see in this episode are characters and storylines that we dealt with in the first episode of the podcast that I did Well, You Can Come Out Now featuring Meredith Casey. So we're sort of wrapping up a lot of those storylines.
I see what you're doing with that, yeah.
Or diving back into those storylines.
Yeah,
so
these are completely new to me.
Right.
I don't know none of these people.
Right. Cast your mind back to the first time I ever tried to recap an episode of Days of Our Lives. You'll remember there was, or you may not remember, there was the sort of love triangle with Gwen and Dimitri where they're married, but Dimitri is cheating on Gwen with Leo.
I don't remember this, but this is stuff that I when the episode began,
you came to understand.
They came in hot mid conversation.
Mid conversation. I think the first scene or the first moment of this episode is Leo pushing Dimitri.
Immediately,
they're in a fight.
As soon as the lights come up,
action, push. So, yes, we open this episode in the midst of a furious fight between Leo and Dimitri, where Leo is accusing Dimitri of cheating on him with Gwen.
Well, yeah, he goes, "Are you cheating on me with your wife?"
I know, which, sweet baby, you're not exactly tethered to reality in this moment.
Yeah, if you got to ask somebody, "Are you cheating on me with your wife?" you should really take a minute.
I know.
And really examine what you're saying.
Exactly. Yeah. Listen to your own words. So Leo's like, he just heard from Gwen how Gwen and Dimitri have been shagging their asses off.
Shagging their asses off. God damn.
Is exactly the phrasing he uses.
Also, who says shagging anymore?
Well, that's the thing. I think they're doing it because she's British, because Gwen is British.
Okay, okay.
But they love to do that. They'll, like, Gwen is British, and so they'll be like, she's having bangers and mash for breakfast. Like, they just lean into these stereotypes.
Jesus Christ.
It's very funny. So,
if anybody in the UK is listening right now, I would like you to
call in
to the pod. Call in. Tell us whether or not you guys say shagging
in casual conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you go to your girlfriends and say, "I met this guy, we shagged last night"?
Yeah.
If you would, I'll give these people a pass. But if not, I'm on their head.
Pop off in the comments, UK audience.
Yes.
So yes, Leo says Gwen came over bragging about how they've been shagging their asses off. And now Leo wants Dimitri to stop playing the coquettish ingenue and tell the truth.
Coquettish.
And I'm like, nothing about our guy Dimitri gives coquettish ingenue.
What does coquettish mean?
Like in a very classical sense, like demure, shy, evasive. My internal gesture right now is like covering my face with a fan, but like making sultry eyes.
So sort of being coy.
Coy. That's a better word.
Ooh, coy. Okay, I can get that.
Yeah. So meanwhile, back at the DiMera mansion, Gwen has revealed to Kristen DiMera that she knows all about Leo and Dimitri's affair.
That's crazy.
She's having like a full like evil villain moment where she's like metaphorically stroking a white fluffy cat and like telling this story. Gwen reveals she knows everything about the affair, and Kristen has gotten extensions between this episode and the last episode that we recorded.
Oh, yeah?
The last time we
Hair's
saw
different?
Kristen. Her hair, totally different.
Okay, sure.
It's very funny to
Yeah.
me. So Gwen assures Kristen that you'd have to be brain dead to not notice Maddie's feelings for Dimitri. Maddie equals Leo Stark. His like real name, his original name or whatever, is like Matt something. Gwen and Leo were like friends from way before either of them were in Salem. So she sometimes calls him his whatever God-given name, but he has now changed his name and is Leo Stark. So every time Gwen refers to Maddie, she is talking about Leo Stark.
Hey man, you gotta respect that man name change and call him by his name.
That's so true.
If not for, just being a kind person, but for me
For
to
clarity,
understand who you're talking to.
we have roughly 3,000 people we're keeping
Yeah,
up with on this show.
I don't know these. Literally, an entire new cast of people was introduced to me this episode.
Today, yeah.
Okay. Did she say? Was it her who said he's like a horny Popeye who just had too much spinach? Was it her who said it? I think, or was it?
No, that
in
was
the scene
Leo.
before. Okay.
Yes, Leo.
It's like a horny Popeye who just had too much spinach.
Yes,
Jesus Christ.
he's talking about how Gwen just came over and like was saying that they've been doing it all the time, and he's like, she made it sound like you were a horny Popeye who just had a helping of spinach.
That was wild.
Don't bring Popeye into this.
Popeye ain't got nothing sexual going on. He got big arms when he eat that spinach. He want to save olive oil.
And he's just a short king who loves his tall, lanky wife,
But,
olive oil.
Leave him out of this.
Yeah, that was good old Leo. So Gwen admits to Kristen that at first she genuinely thought Dimitri's feelings for her were real, and she was just like having crazy good luck. Like all of a sudden, this hot, rich man swoops into town and falls in love with her and marries her, and like she's just living the dream. But she goes, I didn't write down the line exactly, but she said something like, but I've fallen off cloud 9 and I'm back to my cynical, misanthropic
That girl said,
self.
I jumped off cloud 9 and landed safely, which actually was a bar.
That's a great line.
A bar. I jumped off cloud 9 and landed safely. She said, I might have jumped off cloud 9, but I'm 10 toes down.
But
now.
I landed on my feet like a little kitty cat.
On gang.
But then she followed it up. Like she should have just stopped there, but she went too far by
did.
being like, I'm back to my cynical, misanthropic self.
They love these words.
Damn.
Misanthropic.
Yeah.
Coquettish.
Yeah. You know what I was thinking the other day? In my opinion, soap operas are like the classical theater of television in many ways. And by classical theater, I mean like Greek theater, like
Sure.
ancient theater.
Or like Agatha Christie with
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, they got the mystery too. I can't even say not without the mystery.
That's true. They have it all. Yeah.
They basically Murder on the Orient Express
For 60 years.
for 60 years.
All right. So now we leave Gwen and Kristen. We see some stock photos of Greek. Speaking of Greek, oh my gosh, I didn't even do that on
That's
purpose.
crazy to me.
We see stock photos of Greek ruins and a papyrus font on-screen text.
Papyrus.
We're in Athens, Greece.
Is that where they at?
Yes.
I thought they were just like in a bar in the Midwest.
No, they're in Greece.
Damn. See, I didn't see that part.
Yeah. In a previous episode, Theresa had followed Brady and Alex as they look for information about Victor Kiriakis' death. Victor Kiriakis, John Aniston, his character died in a plane crash over the Mediterranean. His family found out after he died that before the plane crash, Victor had destroyed his will. So now there's all this like chaos about inheritance and who
See,
gets
you can't
what.
be doing that. You got to keep it. You got to have a living will, you all, and then a will for after you go. Okay?
Yes.
You got to be smart about this.
Yes. So Brady and Alex are cousins, I think. They're both related. They're in the Kiriakis family. They've decided they're going to go to Greece because that's the last place Victor was. And they're going to try to find out why he destroyed his will, what happened.
Okay.
And Theresa is just going full pick-me girl and has followed them to Greece because she's in love with Brady and is trying to like win him back.
Theresa was there?
Yeah, in that hotel room. That also happened in Greece.
Oh,
with
and
her dad.
Yeah. That was also okay.
That was also in Greece.
Because she wasn't in the room with them, I didn't
Yes.
know where she was at.
Yes.
I thought that was in Salem. Okay.
Oh, no. She was also in Greece. Yeah. Yeah. Theresa is desperate and
Yes.
has followed.
Man,
them to Greece.
Theresa down bad.
She really
Every
is.
note I have about her, I'm like, girl, listen to your father and respect yourself.
So yes, we're in Greece. This is the gang that's in Greece. Brady and Alex. Oh, this is the first time we're talking about Alex on the podcast. Alex Kiriakis. He's like a womanizer who's trying to be reformed. Brady and Alex are meeting with this random Greek man, Constantine. They're at this like restaurant that Constantine owns. Constantine had a meeting with Victor before he died. So they're going to talk to Constantine to ask, they want to know what Victor was doing in Greece because he told his family that he was visiting Beau, his son who's in a coma. But Beau's not in Greece. So like, why was he even here?
Yeah, right.
Mysteries. So meanwhile, at the hotel in Greece, Theresa gets a knock on her hotel room door. She's very bitchy about the room service taking so long.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, God, room service took long enough. And I'm always like, girl, what is your problem?
Yeah, you at a hotel, you order room service. Be patient.
Chill.
Sam.
Yeah. But then her mood changes really quick when she swings the door open and she's like, Daddy! And she throws her arms around the one, the only Shane Donovan, played by Charles Shaughnessy.
My guy. of the nanny fame and Smart House
Of
fame.
Mom Has a Date with a Vampire. I don't think he was in Smart House.
Oh, no, you're 100% right. You're 100%. He was the vampire and Mom Has a Date with a Vampire. You're exactly right.
Yeah. But I grew up with him as Mr. Sheffield on The Nanny, and I do have to confess this is for sure one of my formative childhood crushes. This, you know, he wasn't so old at the time, but a mature man.
He still look good now.
It's true.
He's
It's
good.
true. He's
aging well.
He's aging well. So yeah, what a delight to have this. I didn't even know he was on Days of Our Lives until he did a guest spot a couple years ago.
Has he always been on?
Yes, he was on it before he did The Nanny.
Oh wow.
He started in the 80s as Shane Donovan. He's always played this character who's like a spy. He like works for the ISA, which is their fake international like spy agency. But yeah, he comes back intermittently and I am here for it.
Yeah, I love this dude. He's awesome.
He's the best.
He's a great head of hair.
Silver
Phenomenal.
Fox.
Phenomenal.
And then we get the opening title. Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
Classic. Classic.
Now, we're going back to Salem. We're going back to the DiMera mansion, but upstairs, Stefan and Gabi are scheming. They are in the DiMera realm of things, and they're just always like scheming, trying to get power.
Everybody's scheming, man.
It's
Big
true.
schemes.
Yeah. All these scenes, I'm just deeply distracted by how insanely curly Gabi's hair is in this episode. It's like flat on the top, but then like big curls halfway down.
Sure.
And they're like bouncy. Like she's clearly really feeling how bouncy her curls are. And so she refuses to stand still. And it's very funny to me. So they're blackmailing Dimitri because they know about the affair.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
And so they're blackmailing him to get shares in the company. Of
course, you got to get them shares.
With the shares.
Get Succession. Get the shares.
Exactly.
Okay.
They're like, we've got Dimitri right where we want him now that we've discovered his secret of his affair. And Stefan's like, we'll have DiMera in the palm of our hand. And I'm like, that's not correct grammar, but yeah, let's not go back and get another take.
Yeah. No, I mean, we got to make our day.
Yeah, it's true.
We got to make our day, man.
Gabi wants them to think big, though. She's like, why just leverage this for control over DiMera Enterprises? Why not go after the whole von Leuschner fortune that Dimitri's about to inherit? She's like, we could bribe Dimitri for his entire inheritance, and then we wouldn't have to split it among the family members. She goes, we'd get the whole enchilada, baby, which is a bummer given that she is one of the only Latinx characters on the entire show.
Yeah. You would give her that line.
Don't make her talk about getting the whole enchilada.
Here's the thing. Now I remember them. She talked about the whole enchilada multiple times. Multiple times talking about the whole enchilada.
Yes.
Okay. She couldn't say the whole lasagna. That ain't a phrase, but at the same time,
but make her say it.
You know, I get the whole lasagna, the whole tater tot hot dish.
There you go. So back at the Salem Inn, which is where Leo and Dimitri are fighting, Leo's freaking out because Gwen told him that she was having all these like sexcapades with Dimitri. But Dimitri assures Leo that the only physical contact they had last night is when she handed him the TV remote, which of course leaves Leo confused. Why would Gwen lie?
Yeah, that's why. I was curious about that because at a certain point they were like, he made it seem as though they had never, as a couple, had sex.
I know, but
like, I was like, you must. But then later he's like, I'm only sleeping with her to get whatever information he wanted or whatever.
Yeah, later he admits he's like, I had to marry her. Like, of course I had to have sex with her like a couple times.
Right.
But he's like,
I had to fulfill my commitments.
Exactly. But he's like, I hate every second of it, and I'm only thinking of you. Terrible.
That is really depressing.
I know, it really is.
Oh, also, I'll say, I also wrote down from that scene, just messy gays.
They are
messy,
two
messy
gays. I'm living for it.
Having a great time.
Potential title of ep, messy gays. Okay, so now back at the DiMera mansion downstairs, Kristen wants to know when Gwen found out about Leo and Dimitri's affair. Gwen says she got suspicious when Leo showed up on their honeymoon in Iceland, claiming to be there for a secret Madonna concert.
First of all, I think this was the generator for all flashbacks this episode.
Yes.
So literally their scene isn't even them hanging out and talking. It's mostly just flashbacks.
It's mostly flashbacks and her being like, and let me tell you what happened then. Another flashback. Another flashback.
Isn't Leo's his name?
Yes.
Leo's the one who's her husband sleeping with?
Yes.
So Leo was the worst liar I have ever seen ever.
Yes. Yes.
He was working so hard to be like, I'm here for Madonna's in concert. I was like, man, you got to think faster than this.
Exactly. Yeah,
you can't be sleeping with a married man and not know how to lie.
And I'm also just like, Gwen, it took you that long, as we will see in the flashbacks that are about to ensue. It was deeply obvious from the get-go.
Even if you don't suspect he's sleeping with your husband, he has something nefarious going on about you.
Deeply nefarious about you.
You cannot hang out with that dude.
Yeah. So yes, she's like, I found out in Iceland. Gwen admits that before that point in Iceland, she was totally oblivious. But once she followed her suspicions, she saw them as the lying snakes they are. She says she started to look back at all the little moments throughout her and Dimitri's romance that clearly were suspicious. And here begins Flashback City, USA.
Flashback marathon. I was like, man, I done seen 3 seasons of this show in this episode.
It is so many flashbacks. And the thing that I can't stand is that they're not all sequential.
Yeah.
Like they're very confusingly puzzled into the episode.
Yeah.
So I'll do my best to keep everything straight for everybody.
Okay.
So Gwen's like, I started looking back on all these little moments. Flashback to dark sepia tone. Gwen is venting to Leo that she's worried she hasn't heard from Dimitri all day, even though they just got engaged. So this is right after they got engaged. Leo's very cagey. His eyes are like darting like a cartoon.
Immediately suspicious.
He's like, I can feel how sweaty his palms are. And then he's like, I have to tell you something. I have a confession to make. Dimitri was with me.
Lord.
And then he, for some reason, immediately abandons telling her. And he's like, we were planning a surprise for you. So then that's the end of that flashback. Gwen tells Kristen that at the time she felt like she was just being paranoid. And then she goes, but there were all those times Dimitri wasn't interested in making love to me.
Well, why wouldn't he want to have sex with the woman he supposedly loves?
Oh,
question mark.
God.
I know.
Great question.
It's not a bad question.
But you let it get so far.
Yeah. You were very oblivious for the majority of this time, and now you want to know why he didn't want to have sex with you.
Come on, girl.
Come on, girl.
Title of ep. Come on, girl.
A couple of these girls, I'm just like, hey,
come on,
y'all.
That's true.
Think higher of yourself. You don't have to behave this way. Also, Gwen at one point says, and Maddie always did have crushes on straight men.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, here's the thing. He don't have crushes on straight men. He just makes these straight men realize they was gay the whole time. You got to really think about this.
He just actually has a great hunch for finding closeted gay men so that they can inherit their family's fortune.
You don't have a secret crush on a straight man if that man is sleeping with you. The man is gay or queer or whatever you want to say. He ain't straight.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. So then we go back to the Salem Inn. Leo doubles down on the use of shag and says, well, Dimitri, you must have shagged her at some point. And Dimitri goes, I had to make it seem like I loved her. So yeah, we shagged.
Yeah, so I closed my eyes and I prayed I wouldn't have to do it for too long. And
so sad. So then Dimitri assures Leo it was all out of obligation, which, grim. Which is also crazy because, I guess it tracks because Leo and Dimitri didn't start fucking right away.
Shagging, Olivia.
I'm so sorry.
Wow, language.
You're right. Dimitri met Gwen and decided that he was going to marry her to get his inheritance. So then they started shagging.
Shagging.
Sort of right away. And she's like, it's the best sex I've
Oh,
ever
'cause he
had
was
in
doing
my
his thing.
life. Yeah, that's why she called him Magic Penis.
Oh, she did call him Magic Penis.
Yes. Yeah, so I'm like, did he start hooking up with Leo and then it was like so hard to like fake it with Gwen because he's having great sex with Leo? Or is he just great at having obligatory sex? Who knows?
I don't know. Maybe he's a person who's like got a very active imagination.
That's true.
Close
your eyes.
Man, I can picture him anywhere.
So yeah, Dimitri says he's doing it all out of obligation, but he's sleeping with Leo because, and then he stops. And then Leo goes, because why? And Dimitri goes, because I love you. And here I have to point out that Leo and Gwen are both wearing the fuggliest satin button-down shirts I have ever seen. They're like heinous prints. And I was like, was this a costuming choice to like juxtapose them? Like, is Leo trying to become Gwen?
Oh, maybe.
Like,
He's
what's
trying to single white female Gwen.
Exactly.
That's wild.
Exactly. I think it was after Dimitri was like, because I love you, there was just like a close-up of Leo for so long that I was like, what are you wearing? So back with Stefan and Gabi as their scheme team, Stefan shuts down Gabi's idea of taking the full enchilada. Okay. Apparently, Dimitri has to have something to lose in order for them to blackmail him, so they can't like threaten to take everything, which...
And that's good. That's fine. You don't want to get greedy, okay?
That's fair.
We've all seen a heist movie, and
That's
they're like,
true.
oh, we got all the money we wanted, but let's go back and rob one more bank. You gotta play your position.
Fair. Stefan then insists they can't afford to be greedy. He
Can't
says
afford
exactly
to be greedy.
that.
Got to be smart, big dog.
And Gabi is annoyed.
Damn.
Stefan lays it out that if Dimitri and his mother, Megan, who I hope never returns, she's a complicated figure.
Okay.
Just know she's a villain.
Okay.
If Dimitri and his mother, Megan, turn over their shares in Demera Enterprises to them, they'll have more control than the other Demeras, like Chad and EJ. EJ, Salt and Pepper, British Evil.
Yeah, the evil man. Yeah, for sure.
And they'll have full run of this company. And so, like, that's power enough. And Gabi is very excited. She's very excited about the prospect of this. And she's like, we could kick EJ out on his ass. And she says it just like that.
She said, look, you can say ass on this TV show, but you got to say it a little quirky. Got to say it a little quirky. Can't just be regular ass. It got to be,
Yes.
ass, okay?
I was just like, she was having fun at work that day.
Having a great time. I love my job.
So then downstairs, Gwen is going to take us into another flashback as we piece together this whole thing. This time she's visiting Leo in a panic the night before the wedding. He pours her a hefty glass of wine, an Olivia at home pour. Glass of wine. As she spirals, she's confused. She's like, why would Dimitri reject her when she tries to instigate sex? Not something you should be frightened about the day before your wedding. I hate to break it to you, Gwen. Come on, girl.
Come on, girls.
So this is another moment where Leo's eyes comically dart back and forth like he's in Scooby-Doo.
I could never imagine why you wouldn't want to have sex with you and your vagina. I don't know. I don't know why you wouldn't want to do that.
So then we come out of the flashback for a second. Gwen tells Kristen that Leo managed to mollify her. Another classical phrase.
I don't know what that means.
Leo managed to calm her down even when she returned to Leo's room the night before the wedding to find Dimitri in his underwear.
Right.
Which I'm like, Gwen, this is the moment you should have known. And then we go to a flashback of that moment. Dimitri in his underwear in Leo's room at the Salem Inn. Dimitri's tugging on his pants, being like, I can explain. And she's got this like zombie smile, and she's just like, I'm waiting. And Leo comes up with this excuse that Dimitri didn't have a proper suit for the wedding tomorrow. So Leo was lending him one of his, and Dimitri was just trying it on. And
they're very different sizes, but okay.
They're very different sizes. Gwen goes, Dimitri would never fit into one of your medium suits.
Damn.
Which I thought was hilarious. And then Leo goes, what? This one's a women's large.
Oh my God.
To which I'm like, this is peak comedy.
Yes, for sure.
I love it.
For sure.
Then Gwen gets really upset. We're still in the flashback of that moment. Gwen gets really upset and accuses Leo of just wanting to see Dimitri naked. So
now it's Leo's fault.
I know, and I'm like, that's a crazy accusation to make.
Because it don't matter if I want to see your husband naked. He got to decide to get naked.
Yeah, and he's marrying you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're pulled out of the flashback. Mm-hmm. Gwen admits to Kristen that she was stupid, that she should have known what was happening, especially when Matthew Perry came into the picture.
That was crazy.
Cliffhanger.
I was like, don't bring Matthew Perry into this. Let him rest
Especially not
easy.
now.
Yeah, let him rest easy, man.
This did, I mean, if it's any consolation.
He was still with us at the time.
He was still alive at the time, definitely at the time of this filming, if not at the time of this airing. But yeah. All right, but we're going to leave them for a second. We're going to cut back to Leo and Dimitri. Leo is like sputtering that Dimitri dropped the L word, even though I thought we already covered this in the scene with the lawyer from the episode I covered in the podcast. Like the lawyer they were talking to was all like, you're clearly in love. And they both like smiled and nodded at each other. And like that was the moment. And I didn't realize he was then still going to be shocked when Dimitri actually said the words, I love you. But hey, different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, different situations, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess they never actually said it to each other. Whatever. They're doing it now. The violin underscoring starts as Dimitri gives Leo like a love is patient, love is kind speech of like all the ways he knows he loves Leo.
Well, because he says, this is an attraction or a lust. And I'm like, yeah, but it's a little bit of both.
But you're deeply horny for each other. And that's your whole thing about each other. And I love that for you.
Yeah, for sure. Enjoy yourselves.
So Leo says, I love you back. And they kiss passionately.
Hella passionately.
Now back in...
It's actually beautiful. I was like, man, let them be together now.
I know, it's true. I'm like, I hope all this irons itself out and you guys can be together.
Yeah, I hope the divorce goes through and y'all can...
Absolutely. Yeah. So back in Greece, Shane Donovan, a.k.a. Mr. Sheffield, comes into Theresa's hotel room with a big metal briefcase.
Yes.
Like he's on
Deal or No Deal, baby. Hey, Howie Mandel. Number 9. $500.
Oh, 1 penny.
Oh, it's crazy.
Shane is happy to see Theresa, who is his daughter, but he's confused why she's in Alex and Brady's hotel room. And then he goes, you know, it doesn't take an experienced ISA agent to see that Theresa's chasing after Brady. Theresa insists that she's just helping them with their investigation. Like, that's her whole energy. She's just petulant. Yeah. It's so funny to me. And then Shane's like, well, if you're helping with their investigation, then why aren't you out with them now investigating?
Okay, why you in here?
Boom, roasted.
Then I ask him, why you in here?
Yeah, what are you doing here?
Shoot.
So yeah, he roasts her, but then he backs it up with lovely dad advice where he's like, you're a smart, capable woman, and if Brady can't see how great you are, Brady doesn't deserve you.
Yeah.
Which, listen to your father.
Yeah, you did. Well, look, I'm gonna say the B word, you all. Okay,
say it.
I know men saying the B word ain't great.
Say it.
But the whole time I was like, man, you desperate bitch.
There
this
you
is terrible. Have some respect for yourself.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes. Very much so. So as they're investigating, Alex and Brady are talking to this Greek man, Constantine, who I could have...
Oh, he's Greek.
Yes.
All I had written down was, who is this foreign nigga and where is he from? Where is he from?
I was so confused for so much of this episode because I could have sworn I knew this actor.
Yeah.
But I thought he was maybe... How well do you know The Princess Diaries?
I mean, I've seen them, but I don't know them super well.
You know the guy who does the makeover of Anne Hathaway, and he's like, I take this, and I take this, and I give you a princess.
Yeah.
I thought this was that guy.
I mean, yeah, he's bald in the movie. They look similar.
They look quite similar. They have similar faces, and so I really did a deep dive, but this is not that actor.
No. Yeah.
He's had a thriving career. I'm happy for him.
Good.
But he is not, sadly, the makeover guy from
he is not that other guy, though, sadly. Yeah. He's sadly himself.
He's... Okay, so Constantine tells Alex and Brady that he had an unplanned meeting with Victor and that Victor was very upset. Alex and Brady assume it's because his son, who was back from the dead, was now in a coma. But God, Constantine's like, no, there was something else. So yeah, Beau is Victor's son. Bo died years ago.
Okay.
Like, I think maybe in 2012, like way before I started watching.
Yeah.
Turns out Megan Hathaway, that villain, Dimitri's mom, who I just mentioned, was obsessed with Bo and had like preserved him and eventually had some mad scientist bring him back to
Frankenstein,
life.
my man.
Correct.
Wow.
And so a couple months ago, it was like, Bo's alive, and she had like wiped his brain of all his memories of loving his family and his wife. So now he hated all of them.
Dang.
And so everybody was like scared, thought he was going to kill Hope, who was his wife. And so trying to protect his mother, this guy Sean, Bo's son, shot Bo.
Oh, snap.
And now he's in a coma.
This man can't catch a break.
I know, he really can't.
It ain't his fault he hated everybody.
He's been brainwashed.
Yeah, he didn't do that to himself.
Come on. It happens to everyone.
I hate
once
everybody
in
I
their
know,
life.
personally. And I haven't even been brainwashed.
And that's just from me.
That's just my personality.
Okay, so yeah, Constantine's like, yeah, that does sound traumatic, but no, it wasn't that. And then we get like, I just need to comment on it. There was a very, very tight close-up of a confused Brady and Alex.
Oh,
like,
man,
we
that
pushed
lasted
in so
a
far.
long time.
So I could
And
see.
they was having discoveries.
Yes, they were acting.
Any BFA acting teacher would be so geeked like by the discoveries they was making.
Truly. I have to assume it's a fine line with the amount of Botox and fillers these people are allowed to get.
Sure.
Because you do need to be able
Very
to
expressive.
like micro adjust your eyebrow to show unease.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Because they're going to hold that camera on your face for a good 30 seconds to 45 seconds.
And if you can't fill it, you're out.
You're out, okay? You're cut. You're cut.
So yeah, Constantine then goes on to say that he was trying to figure out what was wrong with Victor, but Victor just got quiet. And they're like, well, Victor unexpectedly called his attorney to have his will destroyed while he was here. Did he mention anything about what was going on with that? And Constantine's like, no, but he did mention a letter. However, he gives no further details, just that the letter was of great importance. And then they drank together and Victor left. And then Constantine's just like, excuse me, and leaves.
Yeah.
Which is one of my favorite things that they do on this show. People who are just there to provide exposition will just be like, and if you'll excuse me, and they'll walk away so that the main characters can have a
Deal
moment
with
to
it on their own.
themselves.
I must go.
Yeah. So then Alex and Brady are trying to decide if this letter could have been the reason why he came to Greece. And then Brady remembers that when Kayla, who is Bo's sister, Kayla said that when Bo was holding her captive in that wine cellar in Granddad's old house.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, so while he was brainwashed and evil before he got shot, Bo kidnapped his own sister.
Bo doing too much.
I can't really remember why even. You know, people just get kidnapped.
People contain multitudes.
People contain multitudes. So Kayla had told Brady that, like, I was being held captive in this wine cellar in Victor's childhood home, and she found a box full of old letters.
Ooh.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, we making connections.
So in the hotel, Theresa admits to her dad that she's tried to date other people and get over Brady, but none of them measure up. He's just so amazing.
I'm sure he is.
But she's playing it cool by making it seem like she's into Alex. And I just can't believe this is an adult woman. And Shane is like, you're trying to make Brady jealous by flirting with his cousin?
He truly is trying everything he can to like be like, this is my daughter and I love her, but she acting wild.
It's true. And she's like, I don't know, Alex is like cool or whatever. Like that's a verbatim line from the scene. And I'm like, you're 40 probably.
Exactly.
Get it together.
Yeah, come
on, girl.
Yeah, for real.
So, but ultimately, Theresa said she hopes that if she spends more time around Brady, he'll see that she's changed and he'll fall in love with her again. It's sad. It's hard to watch.
Yeah, desperate.
Yeah.
Desperation.
It's giving desperate. Okay, so now we left everyone on that Matthew Perry cliffhanger.
Yes.
We're going to circle back to it now. In the scene, Kristen's like, Matthew Perry? the actor from Friends? And Gwen's like, "Ugh, obviously not." I'm like, girl, don't act
Then don't
like
bring
this
my
is
man
normal.
name in this.
I know.
Then. Shoot.
So then we get another flashback. It's her wedding day. Gwen is getting ready at the Salem Inn with Leo. She's like digging for information because there's this mystery man who's been texting Leo that he's naked in bed waiting for him. And the initials in his phone for the contact are just MP. And Leo's like, once again, lying so horribly.
Terrible.
He's like, yeah, MP. It's Matthew Perry.
I'm just like, it's not even her. It's not even that guy's initials.
No.
Like, it's not Dimitri's initials.
Because it's magic penis. Yeah. I hate to break it to you.
This man is really living life.
It is crazy.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Good for him.
So yeah, Leo's like, Matthew Perry, not the actor, just a guy I met on matchup.com.
Hell yeah. You got to get... and today's podcast is sponsored by matchup.com. Okay?
Find your own magic penis on matchup.com.
You looking for that magic stick like 50 Cent said?
Are you looking to shag your ass off?
Well, let me tell you.
Log on to
matchup.com. Shoot.
Then we're out of the flashback. I'm getting whiplash into the flashback.
It's
out
wild.
of the flashback. It's crazy. So Gwen tells Kristen that this mystery MP made her forget about her suspicions of Leo like trying to pursue Dimitri and get him naked, blah, blah, blah. Until, of course, Leo showed up in Iceland on their honeymoon.
Of course, why would you?
Because why would you? So now we flash back to Iceland. Dimitri is acting the part quite well. He's like, Leo, what the hell are you doing here? And Leo spends approximately 90 seconds forming a sentence. He's like, why am I here? In Iceland? On your honeymoon?
Yes.
Because it's Madonna's birthday. Like,
That don't tell me why you here in my hotel room.
no. And then he's like, Madonna is having a 65th birthday private concert. And then Gwen has the audacity to say to Kristen, I believed him at first, but then when I thought about it, it was crazy. And I'm like,
You believed him at first? This man is in your hotel room on your honeymoon in a different country to see Madonna.
you're crazy.
That's wild.
So then
If he not there to steal your husband, he's there to murder you.
to murder you, precisely. So Gwen's like, yeah, I thought about it and then it was crazy, but I had no proof that anything was going on. Until here comes the biggest flashback of them all.
Yes.
Leo was like devastated about Victor's death because they had all just heard. So Gwen offered to leave the hotel room to go get him an Icelandic treat.
Yeah, right. Because when you grieving, you gotta get that Icelandic treat.
Also, I'm like, what is an Icelandic treat? Like, I'm sure there are delicacies, but name one of those. Don't just say, I'll go get you an Icelandic treat.
Isabella gave us those candies.
Yeah, and what's the name of that candy? Shout out to Isabella Star LeBlanc.
Shout out to Isabella Star LeBlanc for giving us, sadly, the grossest licorice I've ever had in my life.
So that's not your preferred little Icelandic treat.
If I was grieving and you brought me Icelandic licorice, I would be irate. I'd stop grieving just to be pissed off. How could you do this to me?
And then I'm like, see, I knew you needed to get over your grief.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
It was all a plan.
It was all a plan.
So yeah, Gwen offers to go out to get Leo a little Icelandic treat. They're alone in the hotel room. Dimitri starts putting the moves on Leo, and he's very hesitant because he's like, what are you doing? Like, Gwen could come back any second and find out you're gayer than a share collage.
That's crazy.
That's like a 1999.
Name something gayer than a share collage. See?
Maybe
nothing. He killed that. He actually killed that. There's nothing.
You're so right. God, this show is written perfectly.
These people know culture. Okay?
So, yeah, Leo's like, we shouldn't do this. And then Dimitri stands up and rips Leo's belt off and just goes, I'll be quick. In a way that's like scary to me.
Yes.
And then
he proceeds to blow this man in the hotel room,
Yes.
on his honeymoon, while his wife is
presumably out, but then she comes in.
yes,
So this
because she can get an Icelandic treat from the lobby. She ain't say she was going across town.
That's so true. Maybe
Damn.
that's why they kept it general.
Yeah.
She was like, I got the Icelandic treat I got was lemon water from the lobby.
Yeah.
But yeah. So obviously, you know, while we're not on NBC anymore, we're still on Peacock. We're not watching oral shagging.
Yeah, right.
Dimitri just kneels out of frame, let's just say.
But it's obvious.
But it's
what's
clear
about to
what
happen.
it has happened, what is happening. And then Gwen walks into the hotel room, but sees them, shuts the door without them noticing. This part, because that scene did happen in the original episode, like weeks ago.
Yeah.
This part obviously did not happen.
Okay.
We didn't know that Gwen saw them.
Oh, okay.
So then Gwen goes, and then I remembered. And then we start another flashback. And I'm just like, at this point, I'm spent.
Oh, I think this is when I wrote down Exposition City.
Yes. Flashback City, USA. Potential title of that.
Yes.
In this flashback, it's right after the wedding. And Gwen is with Leo at the Salem Inn. And he's hiding someone in the bathroom. And Gwen's like, come on out, Matthew Perry. And Leo's like, MP is not going to come out because, Gwen, he's a married man. And
You're
then
telling on yourself big time.
I know. But then Gwen goes, and that's when I finally knew the truth. MP didn't stand for Matthew Perry. We get another flashback to the beginning of the Dimitri-Gwen saga, where she's considering marrying Dimitri, and Leo goes, you slept with him once, and now you're thinking about marrying him? What, does he have a magic penis? Ding, ding, ding. And then we cut back to the present, and Kristen is ROFLing. She is
That's what I'm
laughing
saying. She laughed
so
in
hard.
your face. This is not who you should confide in.
She's like, magic penis. But also, I'm like, Gwen. I guess we needed the step to be like, oh, NP, magic penis, Leo has been shagging.
Yeah.
Dimitri this whole time.
Right.
But I'm like, you know everything you need to know when you walk in on your husband's
Blowing a man. Yeah. Yeah, dog.
Like, it's the fact that she's like, I walked in on him blowing my friend.
Yes.
And then I had to have one more flashback to actually know what was going on.
Exactly. That's
Come
wild.
on, girl.
Yep.
We're going to leave Kristen and Gwen just for a moment to go back to Leo and Dimitri. They're contentedly in love. And then Dimitri remembers that he came to Leo's to give him bad news. And Leo's immediately like, oh my God, Gwen is pregnant. Oh my God.
My life is ruined. You're going to be a father forever.
Once again, these messy gays.
The messy gays.
But potentially worse, Dimitri reveals that Gabi and Stefan, the scheme team, know about the affair and are blackmailing him.
Which I'm like, don't say shit to me until you tell me about the blackmail.
I know.
All this stuff we was talking about before this,
I know.
fuck all that.
Yeah.
I am being blackmailed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start with that. So Leo's like stunned. Yeah. He's like, we've been so discreet. It's like,
Have you been discreet?
no, you haven't.
He was blowing you in his wife's hotel room on their honeymoon.
On their honeymoon.
You made the decision to show up to Iceland, a country you do not live in, on their honeymoon.
And before that, like, you have been shagging, excuse me.
Olivia.
For this entire time, like, blatantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, we've been so discreet. And Dimitri's like, not only do Stefan and Gabi have the hotel receipt from Iceland, proving that Dimitri paid for 2 separate rooms.
Which is okay, whatever.
I know, whatever.
They don't prove nothing for real.
The smoking gun is that Kristen's daughter, Rachel, saw them canoodling.
Oh, snap.
In the DeMera mansion. So they have a child witness. You're gonna claim to have been discreet when a child saw you. Who knows in what state?
I know.
You were probably boning with the door open.
I know you. Yeah, you about to be on the goddamn sex offender list. You need to
Watch
you need
yourself.
to smarten up. Think about this.
So they both start to spiral, and Dimitri's like, well, there's only one thing we can do. Kill them.
Which was wild.
Yeah.
And then, but Leo's it's actually great acting. His response was like, yeah, kill them. What?
Wait, what? Perfect.
Was incredible.
That's so true. That's very true. Okay, so if you thought we were done with the Gwen flashbacks, you would be wrong.
We'll never be done.
We will never be free from this.
No. This is our life now.
So she goes, while she was furious at Leo and Dimitri both, she didn't understand why Dimitri would bother marrying her at all. Mm-hmm. Like, truly, why include me? Mm-hmm. She goes, until we got back to Salem and I eavesdropped on a conversation that Dimitri was having with you, Kristen.
Which is like, that actually was a phenomenal twist.
That was a good twist.
You part of this, and she knew, and you out here laughing and thinking y'all kikiing.
Exactly.
Incredible.
So we get said flashback. Kristen's talking to Dimitri about how there's the lawyer who wants to meet with him and Gwen both. The lawyer is there to confirm the legitimacy of this marriage, to prove that Dimitri has fulfilled the codicil.
Yes, the codicil.
So Gwen is listening in on this conversation. Kristen goes like full billboard where she's talking to Dimitri and she goes, how are you going to keep Gwen from finding out about your being an heir to the fortune when she has to meet the man who holds the purse strings first?
Yep.
And this is one of those moments where I'm like, God, these are talented actors.
For sure.
Like, I poke fun at the times where they like lose a line and find their way back and it's a little messy. But sometimes they are, most of the time, they are tasked with communicating the most complicated, convoluted, twisty-turny exposition.
Yep.
And Kristen nailed it in this moment. I'm proud of her. Mm-hmm. So then we pull out of the flashback. Kristen like feels bad. She tells Gwen that Dimitri told her he was just sleeping with Leo to keep him quiet about the inheritance. And then Gwen's like goes immediately naive, cloud nine again for some reason, and is like, wait, does that mean Dimitri doesn't actually have feelings for Leo? And Kristen's like, ooh, honey, no. I'm so sorry. Dimitri did just tell me that he and Leo are fully in love. Bummer. Hate to break it to you.
Also, can I say, during this part, all the stuff was like, he's cheating on me. But the biggest thing was with a man. And I just want to tell anybody out there, it don't matter if who they cheating with, if it's gay cheating or straight cheating, it's cheating, okay? You don't have to, the extra thing of like, he was cheating on me with a man. He was cheating on you regardless, okay? Okay, you all of a sudden reveal yourself to be quietly homophobic and you don't need to.
That's exactly right. Relax. That's an excellent point.
Sure, it's surprising. He ain't never been queer before. But
also, you don't know this man.
You just met this man.
To quote Jason Robert Brown in the musical Parade, you don't know this man.
Okay.
You don't know a thing.
That's right. That's crazy. And this is what set this podcast apart. Sometimes we make very obscure musical references.
I have a niche audience.
Okay.
If you also love Days of Our Lives and Parade, give me 5 stars and leave me a review on Apple Podcasts.
Exactly.
Okay, so now we're going to go back to Dimitri and Leo. Dimitri does a classic full villain move where he turns away from Leo and adjusts his jacket as he squints off into the distance to prove that he's serious about killing Stefan and Gabi.
Exactly. Got to get your pose set up.
Leo can't believe it. He's like, they're your family. He's your uncle, technically, and that makes her your aunt, I guess. The family ties are always convoluted on this show. Sure. But Dimitri's like, I don't even know them. I literally just found out that I was related to these people. I do not give a
These
fuck.
are strangers to me.
Yeah. Dimitri then reminds Leo that his whole origin story was like as a supervillain.
That's his world domination era is what he's saying.
He goes, remember how I almost took out half the town with a peacock? Branding. I see you, NBC Universal. Yes, so the first time we ever met Dimitri von Leuschner, he had planted a bomb in a in a gold statue called the Alamanian Peacock.
I hate how we be meeting people, they almost kill everybody, and then we just like, but we like them though.
And then we're just like, but don't you kind of want him and Leo to be in love?
A woman ruined your family and your happy home with Sex Biscuits.
Absolutely.
He was like, but she can operate on me. That's wild. You can't operate. Back to the thread from the last episode.
Yes, our girl.
You cannot
Talia
have been a poisoner and put my IV in.
It's true.
If you out there and you ever see me out in the world, which I hope is a long time for I'm having to get set up on an IV.
Yes.
If you a poisoner, just come clean. Come clean, because you will be sued. By me.
JuCoby,
even if you do a good job.
You know how you have to sign a bunch of forms before you get, treated medically? JuCoby also has forms for medical professionals to sign.
I got some documents.
An affidavit of sorts affirming that no one is poisoned. Have you poisoned?
You ever gave somebody too many raspberries and the seeds made them sick? I'm gonna give them a stomachache.
Is that a thing?
I think someone tell me if I'm dumb, but I think raspberry seeds in like astronomical quantities are poisonous.
Crazy.
I mean, you got to eat so many. Your diet has to just be raspberries for it to really affect you.
Okay, got it. Well, good to know. Everybody watch out.
Be careful.
Okay, yeah. So Dimitri's like, my whole thing is being a villain. Did you forget? And Leo goes, yeah, but that was your world domination era. Yep. And now you're in your like man of leisure afternoon sex reality TV watching era. But Dimitri is dead serious.
Okay. Just like they about to be dead.
I know. And I think Leo should be terrified because Dimitri's comforting words at the end of the scene are, all you have to do is sit back, keep your mouth shut, and look pretty. Yikes. Big yikes.
Oh, hey, bro. Big yikes. But he got that magic penis. He can say what he wanted to say.
Damn.
Okay? Anyway, everybody is hung up on his penis, apparently.
That's true. And he knows it.
He knows it.
Terrible.
That's right. That's the worst kind of man.
Magic penis and he knows it.
Magic penis and he knows it, yep. Man, he'll ruin your whole life.
So now we're in Greece once again. Alex and Brady are confused about all these letters. Apparently, the ones Kayla found were all addressed to Caroline Brady, who was Bo Inacoma's mother.
Yes.
And they had been returned to Victor. Constantine then comes back, and he's like, if you guys need anything, let me know. Victor was like family to me. So anything his nephew and his grandson need, he's got them. That's it. Alex is, I think, Victor's grandnephew, and Brady is Victor's grandson. Not that it matters. But Brady's going to cash in on that favor right away. And he's like, hey, we heard that there were some letters in Victor's childhood home. Any chance you could take us there? Dun, dun, dun. So now Theresa finally notices Shane's Deal or No Deal briefcase. She's finally like, Daddy, the first thing I need to do is get you a new briefcase because that is ugly. And he's like, oh, no, it's not mine. It was Victor's. It was recovered from the crash.
Oh, snap. It's all coming together. The episode of Lost.
Exactly. And he's like, it contains some of his personal effects, letters and papers. And Theresa immediately perks up. And she's like, oh, yeah, I'll get it to Alex and Brady. Just leave it with me. And it wouldn't be a Days of Our Lives parental figure without a weird nickname for their child. Yeah. So he's like, all right, I love you, Jelly Bean.
Oh, my God. Yeah,
he kisses her. And
out of nowhere, Jelly Bean coming through. Yeah.
All the parents have the most ridiculous nicknames for their adult daughters in particular. Everyone's always like Muffin or Cherry Pie or something.
Love you, little chickadee.
Exactly.
Get out of here, dude. Your daughter's name is Stacy. Just call her Stace and call it a day.
Okay, so he kisses her on the head and he leaves. And then the music immediately turns very dramatic.
Got to, because we nearing the end of the episode.
And then Theresa strokes the briefcase very weirdly with just one finger.
Yeah.
And that finger is her middle finger, not her pointer finger.
Nah, fuck all that. The middle finger got the most sensation. That's scientific.
It's science. You have the most nerve endings in your middle
That's right.
finger.
Damn right.
So she's going to do something with this briefcase.
Oh, for sure. Something nefarious.
Quickly, we're going to go back to Salem. Gabi and Stefan have weird sex banter where
Yes.
Gabi's like, are you thinking what I'm thinking? And Stefan goes, we skip work and get into that bed and spend the whole day there. And I'm just like, can everyone... I'm sex positive.
All these people want to do is murder and fuck.
Yeah.
That's what they want to do.
It's crazy.
That's how they live life.
Go to work.
Contribute to society.
Volunteer.
Shoot. Teach a class. I don't know. Fuck.
Come on. So she's like, no, not that, as much as I'd love to. But now it's time to go in for the kill. And so Stefan texts Dimitri. The text reads, what's it going to be? Do we get those shares? Dimitri gets the text, and he decides he needs to leave Leo. And Leo's like, are you going to go kill them right now? And he's like, no, silly. These things take months.
Months?
I know. I'm like,
right.
they're going to blackmail you if it takes months.
Yeah.
So he's like, no, I'm not going to kill them right now. I'm just going to go check on Gwen. Make sure she's not suspicious. Too late, my guy.
Big spish.
And then he kisses a very uneasy Leo goodbye and leaves. Gwen is at her wit's end and she wants to confront Dimitri, but Kristen offers to team up with her to work against Dimitri. And Gwen's in and they shake on it and truly laugh so maniacally. So back in Greece, once again, we're wrapping up. This is how we know. We're wrapping up. Back in Greece, Constantine leads Alex and Brady into the wine cellar at Victor's childhood home, which is just a room that's like full of crates and maybe like a dozen bottles of wine. They find a metal box. They're like, Kayla said the letters were in a metal box. And they're like, could it be this metal box that's deeply out of place in this entire room?
Right.
And they open it up, but it's empty. Dun dun. Meanwhile, Theresa sits down to eat her room service that finally came.
Finally.
But she's staring at the briefcase and she pushes her tray aside and like uses her knife to try to pick the lock on the briefcase. But I'm like, Shane would have had to know how to open it.
Yeah, if he was going to.
Because they searched it. He's like, whatever, the ISA, you know,
opened it up.
Investigated it and saw that it was just letters. There was nothing dangerous in it. So I'm giving it back. I want to give it back to Victor's wife.
Yeah.
So someone knew how to get it open, but whatever. She's prying it open with a butter knife.
Sure.
She gets the briefcase open and she finds a stack of letters. And then she gives a mischievous smile to assure us that she's going to use them to her advantage.
That's right. Damn right.
And the underscoring goes hard and loud. And that's the end of the episode, baby.
That's right.
JuCoby, what was your surprising takeaway from this episode?
I think the most surprising takeaway was just how simultaneously bold and desperate these people are.
Yeah.
Bold enough to be like, my wife just left the room to be gone for we don't know how long. I'm going to blow this guy in here real quick. And then I'm so desperate I can't get nobody else. I got to convince this guy. That was the most surprising to me. These people really need to go to therapy and talk to somebody.
They are chaos incarnate.
Yes.
Absolutely.
They're all messy gays, even the ones that aren't gay.
That's true. Well, thank you for engaging with an episode that didn't include your faves, Ava and Harris.
Hey, that's okay. That's okay. I got new faves now, Leo and Dimitri.
You're shipping them.
Yeah.
Great.
Really just Leo. Leo's dope. He's very funny to me. I like him. I feel like I'd want to be his friend, that I could meet up with him every once in a while for coffee and be like, all right, I haven't seen you in 3 months.
Yeah.
What you been up to?
One of my favorite things about Leo is that he runs a Lady Whistledown. Whistledown? Is that from
Bridgerton? I couldn't tell you.
Well, Leo writes a column for The Spectator, which is the reputable newspaper of Salem. And his column is called Lady Whistleblower.
Hell yeah.
And it's a gossip column about the goings-on of people's personal lives in Salem.
Big messy.
It is so
big messy.
Funny.
I love that.
What do we think about episode title? I feel like you let me know what your thoughts are. I feel like the big front runners just from the conversation were Come On Girls or Flashback City, USA.
Flashback to the USA. Also, Messy Gays got to have...
Messy Gays is up there too.
It's got to be up there. But yeah, I agree. One of those three.
Okay. It'll be a surprise.
It'll be a surprise. When the people will know because they'll
see it when the episode drops. Yeah. Okay. Well, JuCoby, I'm so grateful.
Hey, happy to be here.
I love you so much.
I love you as well.
You're very funny.
Well, yeah.
You are.
I just sit here and talk.
Everyone, thank you so much for listening. If you're listening, follow me on Instagram at So Are the Days Podcast. Leave a rating and a review of the podcast, especially in Apple Podcasts. It's very helpful. That's what all the podcasters say.
For sure.
Next week, we will be recapping season 59, episode 21 with our dear friend Emily Swanberg.
My bro, Emily Swanberg.
JuCoby's bro. Mm-hmm. So that's very exciting. Tune in for that next Tuesday. What a delight. I've really got to come up with like a pithy way to end these podcasts. But
sure, you got to have a catchphrase.
I have to come up with my stay sexy and don't get murdered.
Over and out. This is Olivia. Over and out.
Back to you in the studio. Yeah, well, if you have any ideas for my pithy sign-off catchphrase, send me a DM on Instagram or a comment on this episode's post on Instagram. I post screenshots of some of my favorite moments of the episode on the Instagram, so go check that out. And with that, I guess I'll just say goodbye.
Bye.